Okay, I'm here with John Price of the 4-3 Lakers. How are you doing today, sir?
I've been a little better. We just lost a draft league game, so it was a tough one. Tough loss.
A lot of people are saying right now about your Lakers that you are that you're very overrated because you've lost your 3 marquee games.
True.
What are your thoughts for the doubters?
Thoughts for the doubters? Well, we're just starting to get. If we've been good, we've been really a good offense over the past 8 games or so, and we're just starting to come together. We're just starting to, bring it together. So even if we get a play-in game, we feel like that's just a momentum builder for the playoffs. So people may talk, but playoffs comes, we're going to be ready.
I think you'll avoid the playing games, but we will see. Okay, we're going to start the hot seat now. We'll get started right away. What game or what NBA player is your game most like?
Man, I don't know. I like to rebound. I like to be a team player, and I like to be a player that steps up in a position that he's put in. So whatever position I'm in on a team is kind of the player that I become. And so I'm just a jack of all trades type of guy, and I just play hard. So,
what is the best advice, basketball or non-basketball, that you've ever gotten?
Best advice, man. Study hard in school.
That is good advice. That is good advice. Favorite NBA uniform of all time is what?
I like the Denver Nuggets, the new ones with the stripes down the side.
Okay. How many titles will LeBron James win in his life?
I think he'll win 4.
Okay, now you're also an Ultimate Hoops referee. Okay, is there any place in the state of Minnesota where the referees get as hard a time as they do here in Ultimate Hoops?
The state tournament is pretty tough. I've never reffed in the state tournament, but my girlfriend's done the state tournament. It's pretty a raucous environment, and these Ultimate Hoops guys, they respect you, and if you are trying your best and you get in position, that's kind of what is important. And obviously calling the game as you see it, and obviously we're not going to get all the calls right, just like a player's not going to make all his shots. So, but as long as we're in a position, just like if you're in position to make a shot and you just miss the shot, if we hustle to get in a position, that's kind of what it is. So, it's not that hard reffing Ultimate Hoops, in my opinion.
Who is the kindest player in Ultimate Hoops? The kindest?
Ben Jolke.
It's actually Ben Yelke, which I just learned a little bit. Well, I thought it was Jelke too, but I guess it's Yelke. So, who is your reffing idol?
The dude in the 5-finger shoes.
That was Chris Moore. What's the hardest call in basketball to make as a referee?
Toughest call is probably the block charge, and the reason it's hard is because if you're not on the same page as your partner, and if you make a call, let's say for example a block charge just happened, and I sit here and go bam right away without looking, and I don't really see what my partner's doing, he might be sitting there going like this, and then you see it, you got one guy going like this and one guy going like this, and now you have chaos going on in the gym. So the thing with the block charge is if you hit a block, if you get a meeting with your partner either before the game or whenever, and just kind of decide either you're going to stay in zones, and if you make a call, that's your call exclusively, or if he sees it, you can say, hey, let's have a meeting and discuss what we saw. But
now I don't want to call out individual players. So what teams are the biggest pain to ref?
And the Cush Club is a pain because honestly, it's like you feel sometimes like you're reffing a 7th grade boys team because they're always, they're not necessarily always reaching, but they're always trying to get some sort of an advantage somewhere. And it's my job to basically call them out on it. So it's not to say that they're dirty or anything, but they just try to work with their hands a lot. A lot of times they succeed with getting steals and things like that, but they also pay the consequences by getting called with a lot of fouls as well. So it's tough because sometimes, they'll think they have a clean pick, but at the same time I saw across the body. So
is there a specific call or instance that just haunts you that you want to take back?
Well, one time I was reffing in-house basketball. It was a 2nd grade boys team, and in those leagues, we really don't call a lot of travels and we don't really call a lot of stuff. So kid gets an amazing steal, and he's running across the sideline here, and he actually steps out of bounds, but I just didn't call it. I was like, whatever, it's not going to matter because he's at half court. He chucked up a half court. This is like a second grade, third grader, so even to get it to the hoop is amazing in itself. And it goes in, and it sinks the other team, and they're all just devastated. And I know in the bottom of my heart that he stepped on the inbound line, and I didn't call it.
Breaking news from the second grade basketball.
So that was the worst call I ever.
Who's the most overrated player in Ultimate Hoops? Now, you know, I have to ask this question just because everybody always wants to know.
Izzy Alkafas.
It's 2 in a row for him as well. Who's the most underrated player?
Underrated. I'd say. It's a hot seat for a reason. Might have to edit this. I'd say Mike Bundy.
That's good. No, that's underrated. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good answer. Good answer. I have a lot of underrated. I think I might be doing a hot seat soon. Helmy wants to interview me for a hot seat, so I got to get ready for that one as well.
I should have had my answers ready, but that's why it's called a hot seat. This is off the cuff.
Okay, you win the $1 million lottery this week. What's the first thing you do?
Travel. I'd go on a snowboard trip, probably to Switzerland.
Okay, you're going to be starting a franchise here in Fridley next season. Rumor has it.
Yes.
If you could pick up one rec player to start that franchise with, who would it be?
One rec player. Man, I like. I mean, I do like Maher's game. He's got a nice game, but you know, I'd probably start with a big dude. So, maybe Kloby.
Okay, Kloby over Byrne.
Ooh, that's a good call. I don't know. I'd have to sort of. It'd either be a big man or a point guard. You know what I mean? Because one of those two players is a key cog to your guy. But I mean, I think I have a point guard ready. So, you know, I need a big man. So I'm trying to get a big man.
Do you want to share that information?
What
about the point guard you have ready?
He's no, I don't want to share that information.
Is his name Michael Bundy?
Not named Michael Bundy.
Okay, last question. Number one on your radio preset dial is what?
KFAN, Sports Talk Radio. I just drive in my car, so I mean, it's not really a music station.
Love the fan. Love the fan. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.